Hello, everybody. I have a few things I need to say about the video today before I actually get into it. So first off, some of these levels are really hard, and 890 I'm pretty sure is impossible to 3-star. It's pretty hard to even get 2 stars. Maybe impossible to get 2 stars. Right now there is a glitch that kind of prevents you from getting points, and I hadn't seemed like I had encountered it until I got there. And maybe I encountered it before and just pushed through it, because I did have a very hard time 3-starring a lot of levels, so that could have been the case, but I did 3-star all the other ones legitimately, except for 890, so keep that in mind, and it'll be very obvious that I did not clear legitimately when we get there, but I did get 3 stars on it, so we'll see that. Obviously I'll upload another video when we get there, and also, it's just unfortunate that this is the time that I'm trying to showcase Piranha Plant, because obviously Piranha Plant is not going to get very many levels. He gets 1 level here. Somehow I beat him with 1 level. The other ones, there's no possible way that he would have been able to beat them. That lends into my theory that he wasn't supposed to be released with these levels because he really isn't helping with any of them. But it also probably ties into the glitch that doesn't allow you to get points. And also just because, you know, he isn't a character that's helpful for these. Some of the easier, more straightforward levels he'll be helpful for. And I think if I get to any levels that are like that, I'm going to attempt to just bring him in the future, because I didn't do a very good showcase of him today. So I apologize for that. At least we got 1 level. I would have been very upset with myself if I tried to showcase him and I just didn't get to showcase him at all. So he is in a level here today. The 4th level to be exact, if that's all you're interested in. But this one probably took me the least amount of time to do. Maybe the Piranha Plant one was the one that took me the least amount of time for real. But this one did not take very long. I beat this one pretty quickly. And right away it was very obvious that I wasn't going to beat it with Piranha Plant, and Mario isn't the best for this one either, but he works out okay. The nice thing about this one is you're not going for all the viruses. You're simply going for just the coins. So you can see there are bombs and all these blocks here on the side. And maybe they weren't even in blocks, but there are bombs all around the sides here. And they help clear out a good amount of the stage, and then the majority of the ending of it is just getting all these colored crates and floating viruses out of the way. And there are many doctors you could bring in to do either of these jobs. Obviously Larry for the colored crates. There are a lot of different ones that you can use for the floating viruses. Someone like Blooper or Dr. 8-Bit Mario or Kamek even. Any of those would work. And I guess Dry Bowser would be pretty good as well, because there's only a few rows here at the bottom. But if you do it like I'm doing it here, you should end up with a pretty open space at the bottom, which is a few things left to clear. And it was very close on points. I'm sure I was very close to not getting 3 stars. I'd failed it a few times before, just by a little bit. And I got just enough here. So cutting it very close. Again, I don't know if the point thing was an effect on every level that I've played so far. If it's only an 890, because that's really the only one I haven't been able to do. And very obviously haven't been able to do. 887 took me so long. I was so mad at this level. I was so mad at a lot of these levels, but this one in particular really got to me. And I thought for a while I could beat it with Fire Rosalina, but I kept bringing her in, and she kept not hitting those doors in the middle, which is so crucial. And, I don't know. This level's really tough. And I just ended up leaving it up to luck by bringing in the Goomba group. And it works out. It really does. I think it's the best strategy, is to just hope to get lucky. And obviously it'll take you more than one try, but eventually you should get it. And there are some strategies to do as well. I would suggest trying to get under this key as many times as you can and start hitting these blocks here. The Goomba might hit it a few times for you, but especially if you're bringing the Goomba, you're going to have to do this. Someone like Fire Rosalina might clear it for you. Someone like, I guess if you wanted to bring in Roy just to only get rid of those crates, that would kind of be nice. But I don't know how great Roy would be. I never brought in Roy. I don't know how great he is. Those doors in the middle always caused a problem for me. That was basically the only thing I had left to do. Although, who was I bringing? I was bringing in a character at some point where I basically just had to clear out like the crates at the bottom and wasn't able to do it. I don't remember who that was. I tried a lot of characters on this one and conceded with the Goomba Tower. So now that we're at this point, we really want to get lucky and hope that he hits these doors as well as these crates, and all the viruses are kind of just helping with that. Every time he gets rid of one, it's kind of just one less thing of ammo for you to use, honestly. So now that you're at this point here, you're just bringing in whatever you can to hit these final crates, hoping once again that he hits some stuff for you. He did hit one of the crates, which is nice, but it wasn't really all that necessary. I realize now I have to finish this pretty quickly, because if I don't finish with enough capsules, I will not get the amount I need. But I do have a lot of doubled stuff coming up, so I don't remember exactly how this goes. I'm guessing he hits something at least once more. I honestly don't remember. I'm taking a very long time just thinking of what I want to do. So I think we bring the yellow down, and then I place the blues here. Then using that as a platform, I can get a single blue in here. Oh yeah, I go from the side here with this blue, and then use the yellows as the next section. And there we go. I get a few more points from the Goomba, although it doesn't even look like a change. Maybe this glitch is happening on all these levels, which in that case, if I just waited for the update, maybe all these levels would not have been so hard. But I guess I gave myself an extra challenge and was still able to do it. So these strategies are still sound, but they're a lot more hardcore maybe than in the future when these levels are a lot easier to 3-star. We move on to this one where I brought in Roy. You can see all these crates here. It's very nice to just get him to hit all those crates and be done. I played this level so many times as well. Honestly, contesting the previous level and how many times I played it, I just did it over and over and over again all day. And finally here, this one worked. And it's basically the same thing I did every single time. I knew if I just got lucky in some areas, it'd be good enough, because these cannons spawn in random areas. And if they go over the lines of coins you need, that's great. If they go over multiple, or if they stack up on the same line, that's basically a waste of one of the cannons for you. So it can be very frustrating. And I'd suggest just hitting the cannons as soon as you get them, honestly. I think that's the best thing to do. And another great thing to do is get this lock right away, so you can get to these coins here, because you will need to get to them very quickly. And if there are some cannons waiting to be launched, if you can get rid of that lock first, then the cannons will help clear out some of those coins at the top. Although the ones at the top are very easy to clear, the ones at the bottom not so much. And at this point, hopefully Roy had cleared all the crates in your way. That might not be the case, so what you're going to want to do is just kind of continue to get some points. Do not waste the cannons that aren't covering up a spot you need. Like, I could trigger this blue one over here, get some points for it. And we're very close to getting another skill, so I just need to kind of spend some stuff. I also start lining up some of those reds there for when those coins get uncaged. So I don't remember what we do. I think I leave the yellows because I want to use that as a platform later. Yeah, so we finally get rid of all that. Oh, instead of using it as a platform, I actually use it to clear some of these coins. Now this is opened up, I realize I need to do this very quickly because I need a good amount of capsules remaining. I forget how many it is. It might be like 5 maybe. I don't remember. Maybe it was a little bit more. Maybe I did very well on this one. I don't remember. But yeah, if you have cannons lining up on each of these rows here, it's going to go very nicely. If you don't, it might not go well. So yeah, we finished with 6, which I think is pretty much the tipping point for now, as you need 6 at least to clear it. I think I cleared it with 5 before and didn't get it, if I remember correctly. But I could be wrong about that. It could be 5, but if you get 6, you should clear it, especially if you bring in point boosting assistance. So now this is finally the stage that we get to do with Piranha Plant. It did take me more, I think it took me 2 tries, so not very much. But it is doable with Piranha Plant, which is very nice. And this one reminds me of the first level we looked at today, because this one and all these blocks here, are bombs. I don't know if it's every single block. No, it's not every block. A few of these ones at the top here aren't, or don't have bombs in them, but all the other ones do. And you get to see Piranha Plant's animations, which are kind of cool. All these pipes spawn up top and on the bottom, I believe. And then he clears 3 objects at random. Now he doesn't completely eliminate them like a fire enemy or fire doctor would. He only hits them once, which is a little weak, but he gets his skill pretty often. So you're hitting things quite a bit, and it is nice to just get the ice off of things sometimes. And the nice thing as well is that it doesn't have to be viruses. Once all the viruses are gone, it'll start hitting other objects that you need to get cleared as well, which is nice. And obviously other characters do this too, but he always hits 3. So if you have a level with no viruses, or very little viruses, he could definitely come in handy. So I forget if this one was cutting it close or not. You do have to get rid of all the viruses. A lot of the bombs will do most of it for you, and a few of them will be left, and then these keys obviously need to fall, so you just need to get everything out of the way. Basically that means everything on stage needs to go, including all the crates, but the bombs and viruses around the crate should do most of the work, and obviously Piranha Plant can do that for you too. That was probably a super lucky round, I don't know. Other characters would be a lot better for that one anyways, but Piranha Plant was able to do it, so that was very nice. I don't know if the point thing went into effect on that one. I seriously can't tell. The only one I could tell on is this one here. Because you can literally see you're clearing a ton of viruses and it's just not going up. It's insane. So just watch the score here. Now, I will remind you if you skip to this part because you need help with 890, I did not beat this one legitimately. I used a lot of boosters, and you will see that in action for sure. You can see I already started with a point plus. I think, honestly, the point plus actually helped me get 3 stars. I don't know how close I was at all. There's no way of knowing what the cap is because you're so far off. But I also did the, I forget what the other one is. But I had 2 things starting at the beginning. Oh, and Capsule Plus, which definitely contributed to my points at the end. And legitimately, though, you do have to bring out a certain amount of capsules to let the stage scroll. The stage does not scroll if you're not bringing out capsules. So literally, if everything is off stage, I believe, to the best of my memory or knowledge, I don't think it scrolls if everything is off the stage. I could be wrong. But yeah, I think you're supposed to keep bringing out capsules. So even though you could literally just clear everything with these boosters and get a lot of points, you do need to bring out a certain amount. Luckily, it was enough to get the point still. If I hadn't gotten it on this round, if I hadn't gotten enough points, I guess I would have just gave up on getting 3 stars on this until they brought out the update. I don't know how soon they're planning on doing it, but I really just want to get this video out, and I'll obviously make a separate video when the update comes out and we're able to beat this legitimately. Yeah, you can see we're just going to continue bringing out a whole bunch of items, and I will use the hammer or the mallet quite a bit towards the end. The boomerang is nice for this one because a lot of stuff lines up towards the bottom. And I did bring in Fire Rosalina just because she automatically clears a pretty huge area and everything out of it is gone, which is really great. Keep in mind you don't have to get rid of all the yellow stuff on here, but by the end of this you most likely will have all the yellow stuff gone. It just gets in the way quite a bit, and also you get so many yellow capsules that you might as well use them to hit the yellow viruses on stage as well, giving you points and everything. So you can see, look at my points right now. We've gone through a huge portion of the stage, and I only have less than 1 star. I think I end with 44,000. So there's no way that I've cleared all this stuff and haven't gotten all those points. Obviously, only my point boosting assistants are giving me any points. That's crazy. So yeah, now I just used 3 more mallets on this final virus here. I guess I should say it. I think it's a hammer. And there we go. So look how many points I had at the beginning of this. 14,000. We get 30,000 from this. And that seemed pretty good. I don't know how close I was cutting it, honestly. But yeah, those levels were crazy. I really hated it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I don't know if I'm going to be do the other levels yet. We'll have to wait and see. Otherwise, this might be the only video for today until they come up with an update. I don't know when the update's going to come out, but I would suggest just stop playing this game for a little bit, wait for them to update it, and you can go back and clear these levels for real. Don't waste your time like I did. I spent all day doing this, and I had a lot of other stuff I was doing as well. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you soon. Goodbye.